Good Monday morning. It's September the 15th. I'm Will Puckett. Thanks for joining us for Catch Up Quick. It's WVLT's daily fastcast that airs at 10:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. We're glad you're here. Let's go ahead and get to First Alert meteorologist Belle Oliver. Belle, good morning. We were talking just off air that, well, it's kind of a boring stretch for you all. Hopefully we get a little bit of rain to make things interesting.
Yeah, we do have a chance for a spotty shower later on tonight into tomorrow, but we are starting off with lots of sunshine on this Monday morning. There's a live look across Gatlinburg. Not a lot of clouds in the sky right now. I do expect more of those to continue to build in later on. Again, staying dry across East Tennessee this morning. There are a few little showers and thunderstorms off towards northeast Mississippi, but other than that, very quiet across the southeast. I'm going to stay that way going towards the next few hours and even into most of this week. Temperatures slowly reaching into the middle 80s later on this afternoon. Notice building in a little bit more cloud cover look towards 2 and 4 o'clock going into the 6 o'clock hour. Again, a very spotty chance for a shower going towards tonight into your Tuesday as well. And we'll hover on into a few more spotty chances as we look towards the rest of this week. Of course, I'll track it out on Futurecast coming up.
Belle, thank you. Well, a crash involving a school bus this morning has shut down Highway 25 East heading north along Murdoch Road in Morristown. Officials saying the Hamlin County Schools bus had stopped to pick up a child when a tractor trailer carrying lumber ran into the back of the bus. Thankfully, no children were hurt, but the semi-truck driver was injured and taken to UT Medical Center. Cleanup is still underway. We'll keep you updated as we learn more information. Now, also this morning, just before 5:30, Knoxville 911 officials say they got calls about a fire at home on Gratz Street near Haynes Place in North Knoxville. Crews found heavy fire coming from the upper floor of the building. KFD says the fire was so large they weren't able to get inside. That fire was put out a short time later. No injuries to report. KFD says the person who lived in the apartment was at work when the fire started. The American Red Cross is helping them out. Well, the Sevierville Police Department investigating after officers found a body along the banks of a river. SPD says they received a call about the body along the Little Pigeon River banks near Popeyes. Police on scene identifying the body as an adult male, but his identity has yet to be confirmed. We'll keep you updated as we learn that information. Well, right now, a McCreary County man is accused of killing his partner and 2 dogs. Daniel Kearney is facing multiple charges, including murder and cruelty to animals. Troopers say his partner, Damian Poole, was reported missing by his mother last week. His body was later found inside of his camper. He'd been shot twice. Police say they recovered a checklist of things Kearney had to do related to the murder. 2 dead dogs were also found inside of that camper. Well, police say a former Clinton High School principal is now accused of drunk driving. Earlier this summer, the Clinton Police Department says Dan Jenkins was driving on Clinch Avenue when he went into the wrong lane and hit another car head on. An investigation found Jenkins was under the influence, distracted by his cell phone, and had an open container of alcohol in the car. He's facing multiple charges in the crash. Records show that Jenkins resigned from his job as principal in 2024 before the Anderson County school system was investigating nearly 1,500 grade changes that happened during his tenure. The Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency is investigating a deadly boating incident. Officials say dispatchers received reports of a possible drowning near the mouth of Georges Creek just after 11 in the morning Friday. TWRA says when officers arrived, they found a body floating face down in the water near a bass boat. The person was identified as 63-year-old Terry Alexander of Maryville. Officials say this is the 19th boating-related death on Tennessee's waterways this year. An investigation is ongoing.
And now, your First Alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver.
Still looking at a lot of sunshine out there for your Monday morning. There's a look at downtown Knoxville. I do have the hiccups, just warning you ahead of time. But no cloud cover here in Knoxville so far this morning. Again, staying very, very dry across East Tennessee. Notice some clouds moving in for Bristol and Johnson City. We'll continue to see more of those clouds build in as we head towards this afternoon. Stepping outside, many of us into the low 70s, upper 60s area-wide. Knoxville, 69 degrees, 71 in Lansing, 72 out there in Crossville, 69 in Materville. and 73 out in Danridge. For today, another sunny day, a very small chance for a spotty shower heading towards Monday afternoon. Notice many of us seeing a lot of that sunshine. 86 in Knoxville, 87 down towards Kingston, 86 in Barberville, and 84 degrees in Morristown by this afternoon. So another warm day, but there is a chance again for a very spotty shower. Only around a 10% chance of you seeing a shower at your house later on tonight, heading into the early parts of Tuesday morning. There's 4 a.m. a mixture of some clouds out there, a few spotty downpours, and maybe a few sprinkles holding on for Tuesday around 8 a.m. We'll continue a chance for a spotty shower towards the afternoon on Tuesday. Of course, we need that rainfall, but it's just not a good amount of coverage-wise for your Tuesday. Excuse me. I don't think I've ever had the hiccups when I'm doing the weather. I apologize. Anyways, we'll see temperatures back into the low mid 80s as we head towards tomorrow. 81 degrees by 5 p.m. tomorrow, and then another sunny day as we look towards Tuesday. Again, the rain coverage over the next 7 days, very limited. We're looking really between none or really half of an inch, maybe some spots getting up to an inch as we look towards the mountains, but other than that, it's going to be pretty dry as we head towards the next few days. Again, we really need that beneficial rainfall as we look at our drought monitor here. Things are looking pretty good here in East Tennessee, but notice how there are drought-like conditions already pushing across the Mid-South region. This updates every Thursday, so we'll have a new update going towards this Thursday as far as our drought goes. Again, 86 today, mixture of sun and clouds, maybe a spotty shower this afternoon heading into the evening hours. More rain chances are possible towards the overnight hours. Again, very spotty at that though, 64 degrees for tonight. Other than that, this week is very calm as far as the weather goes. We'll be into those low to mid 80s as we look towards Monday and Tuesday. Again, spotty showers can't be ruled out for your Tuesday, and then slowly warming up into the mid and upper 80s heading toward the weekend.
You know, Belle, when we were talking about making the forecast interesting, I don't think I meant that you need to get the hiccups to try and battle through it, but bravo, you made it through there. Good job. Not a bad looking 8-day. Hopefully it's a little bit better rain chances as we get along. Belle, appreciate it. Well, President Donald Trump has now ordered National Guard troops to Memphis. This comes as a recent police report shows crime rates are actually down in Memphis. Some lawmakers and community leaders backing the decision, others against it. Some neighbors who are concerned they might try to crack down, though, on immigration enforcement.
I am concerned that if this is going to be used for immigration enforcement, that this is going to continue to terrify communities, break communities apart.
I am not against the National Guard coming. I mean, they can't do any more harm that we're already expecting. So if they can come and bring a little order, that would be great.
There's no official date set for sending troops to Memphis. In a social media post, Governor Bill Lee says he'll be working out the details with the Trump White House. Right now, 3 Tennessee inmates are on the run after officials say they escaped from jail. The Madison County Sheriff's Office in Middle Tennessee says Dylan Decker, Cameron Campbell, Brandon Forbes all escaped from the county jail's rec yard yesterday morning. If you see any of them, do not approach them. Instead, call 911. WVLT proud to be your official station. The Vols in a heartbreaking loss for UT over the weekend. Tennessee falling in overtime to Georgia 44-41. It was an electric start for Tennessee, scoring touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, led by the arm of Joey Aguilar. But the Bulldogs stormed back, scoring 17 straight to take the lead in the second half. Both teams then trading blow for blow from there, coming down to this potential game-winning field goal that went wide right of the mark off the boot of Max Gilbert. He came back in overtime, drilled his kick from there, but the Dogs scoring this touchdown had to be reviewed. Ball crossed the goal line, game over. Vols win for a 9th year in a row. Here's Coach Heupel after the game.
I love the fact that he came back overtime, drains it, you know. Unfortunately, he didn't make the one before. But he had his head high, and you know, it's the life of being a kicker, you know what I mean? And love the way he responded. He'll continue to grow, and you know, we got great trust in him.
Georgia broke off a 20-plus yard rushing play on the first play from scrimmage in overtime. That all but did it in from the Vols from there. Up next, UAB comes to town Saturday. Kickoff is 12:45. Our volunteer game day show set for 10:45 on the Tennessee Valley Sports Network. Well, the loss does not hurt Tennessee in the top 25, though. They stay put at 15. Georgia does move up 1 to number 5. In the new rankings this week, Vanderbilt coming in at number 20 after blowing out South Carolina on the road. Well, many fans say getting inside Neyland Stadium on Saturday was a struggle, to say the least. This morning, Athletics Director Danny White addressing the issue on X and apologizing to fans. He says, Vol Nation, I owe so many of you an apology. The experience getting into Neyland was not acceptable. He goes on to say, I want you all to know that we are immediately looking at adjustments to our plan. Just as importantly, we will communicate with you all this week about your best path into the stadium, depending on your seat location. Well, a special honor recently for a downtown Knoxville restaurant. J.C. Holdway named one of the New York Times list of America's best restaurants 2025. The Times specifically mentioning this restaurant's pork belly biscuits. Joseph Len is the owner and chef, Knoxville's only James Beard Award-winning chef at that. Restaurant celebrating its 9th anniversary over the weekend. Len was born in Knoxville, says it means so much to bring this recognition to the city.
Can't find the words to even say, because I just feel so honored that people have enjoyed what we've done. We're just a little small restaurant here in Knoxville, but when I read it, I was happy for the town to kind of help elevate us on a national level.
J.C. Holdway had a busy morning Saturday. They got to feed the ESPN College Game Day crew live on game day. Good stuff right there. Those ribs or whatever they served looked absolutely phenomenal. Well, tonight, neighbors in East Knoxville can meet with city leaders about plans for the future of Chilhowie Park. Mayor Andy Kincannon is set to host a public meeting at the E.V. Davidson Center on Wilson Avenue. The city proposed a possible sale of a portion of Chilhowie Park to Emerald Youth. They want to build a sports complex there. However, neighbors have pushed back against the proposal, claiming the city hasn't been clear enough about it. Tonight's meeting goes from 6 to 7:30. Sound of Jazz set to be ringing through downtown Knoxville once again tomorrow night. Jazz on the Square is back on Market Square, happening from 7 to 9 every Tuesday night for the remainder of this month. Tomorrow night, it's the Larry Vincent Quartet. Jazz on the Square is free. Just bring a chair or a blanket along with you. And the Salvation Army of Knoxville announcing that registration for the 2025 Angel Tree and Silver Bells program will be opening soon. Organizers say the programs provide an opportunity for children and seniors in need to receive gifts through the holiday season. Registration will take place from September 22nd through the 26th. The Salvation Army Activity Center in Knoxville. Registration is open to folks who live in Knox, Anderson, and Campbell counties. You can find more info inside your WVLT News app.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
Well, how about today for your We the People? We take a look at the beginnings of our national anthem. The Library of Congress says Francis Scott Key wrote the well-known poem on the 14th of September in 1814. It was while he was detained on board a British ship during the bombardment of Fort McHenry. That was during the War of 1812. Then in 1931, President Herbert Hoover signed a law to make the national anthem official. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv and always inside your WVLT News app, plus all of WVLT's streaming pages and social media pages. Thanks for joining us today.